oka lele na ndia zewa ya kaya kuwe nandike lakini ndio
haho elo kuna viso ke yaja wazenda story ya real estate na story
ukata na file future
according to many fundis ndio makanisa mengi yumezila sia mbo mamino
very expensive no okay
kalau ndo kama ni anangon lakini lobuti ba kala mo
kandi makamba pa aingia na rangi kwa ngijua ya ndio yani ndio kama simple always
music au no mesa woni tumanga ayo
ndao
si nenda nambo kama ningatika zogo
Any questions that are there, and work towards addressing those.
About 10 billion in 5 years' time. You're facing there are challenges you're facing with probably the financing and those acquiring houses.
Hope you enjoy Green Park Estate, and thank you very much for coming once again.
Thanks for the question. For my part, I foresee that real estate, not only in Kenya but to some extent throughout the world, is going to be going through a very hard time. How will that show? It will show by some real estate developers who are overextended at the moment, depending on bank loans, depending on other loan money, being unable to meet their obligations and to breach their covenants with the lenders, and for that to go on a very difficult story that may end up in bankruptcies and liquidations and so on and so forth. So there'll be an element of thinning out, in my view, where the weaker companies may be thinned out and may not survive this. And there'll be the stronger companies will be around to push on, which I think is in general what happens in business during down times, and it's a cycle that actually invigorates business, because it actually means that business continually improves and gets better. So, you know, clearly from what we've been saying, we're among the latter group, that we will be around. We could hunker down for 6 months or a year and ride this storm out without any huge difficulty in terms of finances. But if you've got a huge bank loan and you've got the bank breathing down your neck, even if they say, look, don't worry about the capital repayments, just meet the interest, then interest repayments can be so significant that they can sink the ship. And you know, just to say again, behind all of these numbers there's humanity and there's people. And it's a real tragedy. You're talking about people getting put out of a job, and you're talking about people that have built up businesses and they lose them within a very short space of time. And you know, we've got to have sympathy for these guys. So I think that, you know, in terms of, you know, the projecting looking forward, the next 3 months to 6-9 months is going to be very difficult. I think that by the time a year has passed, the dust to some extent will have settled. Even if the virus is still around, we'll have learned to live with it and somehow get on with our lives. And then I think, you know, we'll just be pushing on in a sense of business as usual, not just in the real estate industry, but throughout industry and commerce in general. Thanks.
Do you see the possibility of reducing prices?
See, the environment is currently challenging, but you have to look at the long-term macroeconomic prospects of Kenya. It's a growing middle class, a growing population. We're seeing increased number of industries coming in and around and setting up. It's becoming a hub for IT infrastructure. So there's road developments that are coming. Even as you leave Green Park Estate, you can see the huge number of road developments. So despite the challenging economic environment, we've still been able to push forward on sales during this period. And that for us is a positive. To be able to see that despite the challenges, people are still looking to move to Green Park Estate, to come and purchase homes at Pazuri, to come and stay at Lake Elementaita Mountain Lodge. Really for us, that's a culmination or testament to the strategy that is in place and will allow us to grow the asset base to 10 billion Kenya shillings. It's going to require a lot of work. We are going to have to venture out into new developments, but that's something which we will do. The financing, Superior Homes has a very unique financing model which currently has no external debt as well. And it's been a very sustainable business and something that's really helped the business get through this difficult period, because it's not dragged down by any external financing. But we will work to put in place the right capital structure and go out and seek the right financing as and when it's required. But for now, with our strong sales, we're able to still push through and go on to levels of growth. In terms of being able to push on development, the real estate sector has been challenged for quite a while. I would say even pre-coronavirus, you saw a pretty, there was slowdown in uptake, slowdown in construction activity. And it's something that we had generally witnessed throughout the economy. Before that, we had interest rate caps, which meant that facilities to home buyers were limited. There was less credit flowing around in the economy. So we've come through a couple of years of a challenging business environment, but then it just comes back to to where we are as a business and our business model, which is really just building where we see demand and allocating resources the best way we know possible. As we slowed down on Pazuri, we picked up on Lake Elementaita, Mountain Lodge and Green Park and Sundowner Hotel. So for us, it's just been shifting resources to where we see the demand at that point in time. And really, with a project like Pazuri, like I said, Green Park today is 10 years, 15 years, actually 15 years since the initial vision was developed for this estate, and it's still going on. And we see a natural progression like that with Pazuri as well.